Hello everyone, welcome to 2 and 3D. So I just posted, I believe I just have posted it by this actually I've not posted it by this time, but I'm about to post it. But before that, now I'm going to be doing a video. Like I finished rigging this character. If you have not watched this video where I rigged this character, you can reference that. I believe it should be the video just before this one on our channel. So just go on and watch that. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing to this character is make her float, like that kind of Superman kind of floating. So normally what you do, there are different ways of actually doing this, but the way I'm going to adopt is an inbuilt method, a method that would save you lots of time, especially if you're creating so many other characters that you want them to float. So what I'm going to do is select this character and just select the character and go in and select the main character. Just in case you have so many other profiles, select the main character, and this is the main character, and I'm going to drag this to maybe this point. Yes, yes, this point is fine. Just take note of this point, and I'm going to add a draggable. Nice. So now we have something that we can move, so we can make this character move like this. So another thing I worked on was her legs. So when the character is floating, her leg is not supposed to just be straight like this. So I actually made a cycle kind of thing for her leg to actually change, and then I made an arm movement also for her to float. So those are the things I'm going to be joining together and making her float. So the first thing that I would like to do is to just use the draggable and maybe make her go, I don't think it's the right one I'm selecting. Okay, that's not looking good. Okay, I'm coming. Select and draggable. Okay. Okay, so the draggable is fine. Just leave the draggable there, and that you select this and then you make it a draggable. So you come to the record here, and I'm just going to come to the control panel, and all the triggers are here. So I'm going to, this is the default leg, the normal leg where she can actually walk with, the leg she can actually walk with. But then I want her to float, so I'm going to select B here, and you see the leg moved. It's a cycle, so the whole leg moved, and now I can use the draggable to move around. So now one thing that I'm going to be doing is I'll just drag this out to, let's say, maybe the maximum sometimes you want a cat to float is for, like, let's say 10 minutes. I'm going to drag this out. Let's say like this. So one thing I would do is, let me activate that leg. So activate, and then now I can drag the character around, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'll just make it a bit bigger, and then record, and then now I'm going to be floating the character. I'm going to just slightly, you don't have to move the character so much, just, oh no, that was a mistake, she didn't go up, so that's something that I have to let me just rewatch it so that I understand what I missed. Okay, she's supposed to go higher than this, so that's something I missed. And we do not have to delete this one. Let's just okay, let's just delete the whole thing and then start all over again, and then come back here, select this, and then now let's recover. This time we're going to take her higher, so like this. And then should be like floating at this point. Okay, I'm not going to be doing this for 10 minutes. It doesn't make so much sense to do that for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to this is supposed to be the reason why I'm not using transform to move her around, which would have made my work way easier. Well, because this is a bit more natural. Like the movement is not generated, so it's manually. I'm dragging the character around with my own hands, so it makes it a bit more random. If you use the transform, the way that it looks very automatic, so this is way better. Use the draggable instead. So we're like 1 minute in, so I'm just going to stop it at this point. Stop it. And then now what I'm going to do is F12 would ease it out, in and out. So I'm going to select this. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to drag this out for the whole 10 minutes. Let's just leave it at this point. And then the legs, I'm going to drag this out also for that same amount of time. And then now we have her floating, so I'm just going to select both and then create a replay trigger. And when I do that, something appears here. So this is a dragger, and this is a trigger. Rather, let's rename it float. And then let's latch it. Let's latch it. And then so now if we give this a button on a key, maybe let's give it M. Now whenever I press M, the character floats. And when I release it, or not really release it, okay, maybe I should remove this latch. Remove latch, so that when you release it, the character just falls back. So now M will make her float, and she'll keep you steady and floating. And then okay, for some reason, okay, there's something I missed. So there's something here. Don't let it finish. You stop replay. You sustain replay, like you stop. When trigger ends, it's supposed to stop automatically. So you just make sure you activate. You make that listen. So when I press M now, the character floats. When I release it, she drops back, like that. So you see, amazing, right? And the good part with this is you can combine other triggers, so you can make her do stuff like this while she's in the air, which is really amazing. And that's because I did not add in the hand, because if you add in hand, it's going to block it out for you. So just take note of that. So you could get her to do all those emotional. I don't know if you're seeing it, but if you can just look at her eyes, you see it's changing. Her emotions are changing. So you could do all this while she's floating and other stuff. And I added X supposed to make her eyes glow, right? Good. So X is supposed to make her eyes glow. So that's just basically for this character. Actually, there are more triggers I'm actually going to eventually add to this character for the client I'm making her for. But for now, this is basically it. And if those other triggers, maybe a tutorial will be needed for those triggers, I'm going to actually do those. But for now, I'm going to leave this video at this point. So thank you for watching. Please give us a like, give us a sub. It will really help us reach more people. It also help us reach you with more content like this. Thank you and bye for now.